Hello, welcome back to Planet Coaster. I am Wasp. In this video we're looking at my second pass and my little tower I build later on. I was going to do these in two videos, but I wanted to get through the last of the Twitch stuff so I could do some nice videos with fraps. You might notice I had a new splash screen, and this is going to have a new thumbnail. I'm going to try and make things look a little bit nicer. Ideally I want to animate, is the word I was looking for, animate this splash screen, I guess, but I'm not sure how to do that yet. So this is me going over I think I go over 3 buildings in this to make them fit a bit better with the Art Deco cinema, which I'm happy with. So just changing the covers, coving and stuff. This I was really happy with. This is where I bring it in line with the Grand Central Airport I was looking at last time on one side, and I just give it a bell tower on the other just to fit the pirate theme. Overall I think it looks quite good. From the pirate area you can still see the tower of the cinema, which is a bit, sort of takes you out of it a little bit, but I don't mind it too much, it still looks nice. Not sure if the coving I had is really Art Deco, maybe a little bit more Art Nouveau, but this was probably the only bit of fancy work I could find with the Art Deco styling on. This little flourish at the bottom of the banister. I have trouble using it anywhere because of the railings, but there you go, I managed to get it in there. Barrels, can never have too many barrels, and the statues just don't fit. So that's a bit more of the pirate ride done. Paths, I have an absolute nightmare trying to get a circle, so I give up and just do a square. It fits a bit better. Well, it worked, I guess. So I'll have to play around with that. I need to get some corner buildings now to get something in there fitting a bit nicer with that shape. Not too sure what I'm going to do with that yet. That said, I have seen a very nice Art Deco McDonald's, which is a bit strange, but it does look really good. And once again, using that delightful little balcony flourish to decorate my building. This one I like the most. Well, not like the most, but I like how much it turns around. I think it's the most improved. I'm really not sure how Art Deco it looks at the end, but I'm not really an expert on this kind of stuff, so I should probably do a bit more research and look at the style I'm trying to replicate. I don't think it looks out of place, but I'm not sure if it's exactly what I was looking for. Again, I don't know how to use the pause button, so day-night cycles all over the place here, and this is sped up 16 times. So if you imagine I'm spending 16 times as long trying to figure out how to get these really annoying coving pieces into place. Once again, a constant fight it seems, but I think after watching a few videos I've got some ideas on how to do it a bit better now. I've had a few other ideas as well after watching some videos. I was watching a ghost train ride by Snappy Pancakes, just using a roller coaster and just building an inside part and trying to tell a little story. For a roller coaster it wasn't the best, but it was a very nice ghost train, and he did have some use of skulls which I'd never even thought of. It isn't even particularly inventive, just using them as decorations, but it sort of looked a little bit like the Paris catacombs to me, so that's something I'm hoping to have a look at when we get terrain editor, because I really want one to sort of have Paris streets above ground, underneath into the sort of Paris catacombs, the ossuaries, diving about, skulls all up in your face. Should be quite fun. Maybe include some of the graffiti and all that fun stuff if we get some custom posters. But that's a future project, because we still do not have terrain editor. Well, while I was distracted by that, I've started work on my little wiener, whatever you call it. This is in time with everything else, so this is from ages ago, and I wanted something a bit different from sort of the Disney castles and whatever else. To be honest, I'm not really sure what else you get, because I've not been to many theme parks, but I was trying to go for an Art Deco tower. What I end up with looks a bit more like something from Gotham, which I think quite fitting, as I'd say Gotham that I'm thinking of is quite Art Deco, sort of the Tim Burton or the animated series, so I don't think it's too bad. I don't I haven't done too much work on it, to be honest. It's mostly just sort of a basic outline of shape, fins and a bit of lighting. I still need to do any detailing I'm going to add, if I add any. The tower is going to be sitting on sort of a man-made mountain of rocks, and I've created a sort of lift shaft which is going to descend through there, and I'll add a staff entrance, just sort of make it a bit more real, at least in my eyes. It doesn't really serve any game purpose. Perhaps imaginarily, is that even a word? Imaginarily? It is now. Imaginarily, I'll have the staff rooms in there, maybe a staff canteen. Maybe I'll have security offices and a detention centre for them creepy little, what are we even calling the guests in this game? Planet Coasterians, which have been up to no good. Maybe punching mascots. Yeah, need a special area for those. But anyway, I have not been showing it, but in between all this fiddling, I spent quite a while sort of getting a view from the entrance to try and line everything up. The whole pathway was built in mind to sort of lead onto this tower, and I also start work on a second area. I don't include that because I'm not too happy with what I built, so I've removed it anyway. But the second area, and I have that path also lean into this. I'm hoping to sort of have the paths or areas fade into each other rather than being sort of set in stone. Sort of pass through a boundary, now you're in the fancy zone, pass through another, now you're in Mordor or whatever. I wanted to sort of fade them in and out, so this one I'm hoping will lead into a more futuristic sort of area, sort of my ray gun gothic if I can ever get round to it. I might have another little weenie which isn't really going to be fitting because I don't think that's quite realistic, but I did want to try the Bioshock lighthouse, which I do think is doable after trying this. It'll be a bit fiddly because I think it's based on, is it a hexagon shape? But this isn't too dissimilar actually from that. Here I'm having a little chew on with light, so I have the novel idea of using a roof to stick it on, because obviously they point out for the angle and the roof lifts it up. And yeah, while I guess if you're going for realism, a light sticking out of the floor isn't really there once you delete the roof, but it gets the light where I want it, and this wasn't ever made to be sort of seen close up. I was aiming to have a roller coaster go around near it and sort of in amongst the mountain it's based on, but this isn't for guests to walk up and go in, just quickly fly by or admire from a distance. And now that all the lights are coming on, you can see why I'm quite happy with it. Well, it's quite simple. It was a massive chew to get this built. I've cut out loads of it, but yeah, once the lights are on this, it looks awesome. But now this is coming to the end of this part of the build, and I have been through the Twitch stream and I have found there's a couple of nice little videos, so I've had to cut the sound because unfortunately it's got some narration in it, which I wasn't too keen on because I'm just sort of all over the place. But here you go, this is the queue to the pirate ship or victory, so enjoy that. I am happy with how this turned out. I think I miss out the best bit, but I like sort of that treasure chest in that pirate ship there, or in the ruin, and I love this bit next to us on the right with the barrels rolling down. I think that looks awesome. And here you see what I mean, the sort of cinema's visible, but it still looks good. And here we have a little aerial view, and soon we get the excitement of riding the pirate ship. A true delight, if ever there was one. I am very happy with this area. I think the light needs a little work. Since seeing some other people work on stuff, I've had a few more ideas how to improve it a bit. But the scenery looks good. Maybe I have put a bit too many bushes down because it's slightly over the top. But yeah, it looks great, and I love the view of the tower. Although from here you can see the lift shaft, just sort of making it hover in midair. A bit silly, but this is good when it gets going anyway. And that is one ugly kid. To be fair, that is a bit harsh. I think he's more akin to a potato with a cap on. It's, yeah, some interesting shape going on there. As for what my next plans are, obviously McDonald's corner building. I've got my new areas I'm going to try, but I think I'll start off with just a little more filler for the art deco. get that going and maybe add some more shops, because after the disappearance of the hat shop I have got a void needing to be filled by a hat shop. So guys like this Potato Hat Man, in fact, did Potato Hat Man buy hat from the disappearing hat shop? It's a question which may never be answered, and one I think needs solving. Perhaps I could include a ride dedicated to the mystery of Potato Hat Man and the missing shop. Obviously I wouldn't include any mirrors, so no Hall of Mirrors, because I don't think anyone needs to be looking at themselves when they look like Potato Hat Man. So now we're having a little trip through the cinema and onto the Aeronauts ride. It's not quite as exciting to ride, but I am very happy with the theming I did, and considering this is built before the pirate ship, yeah, I think it looks good. I really like the poster walls. I don't know if that's quite real, but I figured it was. And yeah, a little oasis with little pictures on the wall with lights. What more can you want? Well, thank you for watching, and next time we'll be out of these Twitch recording into Fraps, so we'll have some better quality videos. Thank you for putting up with these ones, and see you later. Bye!